What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Musi Gamer, and today I'm here to give you an update on my max level newbie restart account project. Now, to give you a little bit of context, I have actually started this project because I thought, hey, I played this Rise of Kingdoms for the last 1100 days or so. I thought it would be cool for me to kind of showcase how I will be able to make more efficient kind of decisions as I make a brand new account and kind of grow it from beginner, like the very, very bottom to like wherever I think this account would end up being in at the end of the day. So as you can see, I've entered the 31st day of this account's life cycle. That means that I basically played the first month of this account. And you might be able to tell a couple of exciting upgrades that I was able to make from my last week's update. And the first things first, I've actually reached VIP 12 as of today. And the reason why I was so eager to reach this VIP 12 was simple because I can get two legendary commander sculptures per day, every single day that I log in versus one, which doubles my daily legendary commander sculpture income, which is a huge help for an account that is this young, right? For a couple of things. For one, that means that from now on, I'll be basically getting two commander legendary sculptures from for just logging in every single day. That is twice as much as the one that I had from the VIP 11, which is one legendary commander sculptures, which is almost equivalent as me having about 4,000 gem value of daily login bonus every single day that I log into the game. So to me, I think that's a pretty good deal. So as we reach the second month, we have reached the VIP 12. And I've actually reached the VIP 12 with a couple of things. For one, I've actually reached City Hall level 23 and then was able to claim the growth fund for that, which is 17,000 gems, which is very, very helpful. And also at the same time, I just found out that like, hey, like I'm only 50,000 or 100,000 away. No, 50,000 VIP points away from hitting VIP 12. And I was a little hesitant, to be really honest with you, to actually spend on this wagon of gems first time purchase, which will give you 50,000 gems total. And for one is because until now, I have never spent anything over like $80 on this account. And for me to actually spend $100 flat was kind of, it kind of came as a little bit of a game changer for me at the end of the day. But I thought, hey, like, instead of just arguing with me right now, thought it might be a good idea for me to just go ahead and spend it and then get that extra legendary sculptures as soon as possible. So that's how I was able to reach VIP 12. And at this point, you can kind of tell that I'm kind of serious about this new new max level newbie account. And it did really help that I was in top alliance for our kingdom. So we did have a lot of people just open up gold chest after gold chest, which was very surprising. To be really frank with you, we are getting more gold chests than my main account in 2939, which is kind of crazy. So a lot of people are spending a lot more money, and more or less because a lot of people are actually powering up at this stage. So there's a lot more things that you can spend on in the earlier part of the game versus the later part of the game where you're like kind of like, okay, well, I'm done with all the technology, so I don't need like building speed ups, technology speed ups, and whatnot. Whereas a lot of people, what I've seen them do is purchase the super value bundles for. I think a lot of people bought the Fountain of Wisdom. A lot of people bought City of Hope all the way to the maximum. And yeah, a lot of people has purchased to power up in the earlier part of the game. On the flip side of things, I am trying to make this account as cost efficient as possible. So again, I think last week I've showcased this, but then again, I was able to reach all of the economic things for building speedups as well as the research speedups. And right now I'm kind of out of resources and speedups, so I'm just doing the basic kind of base stats, giving technology improvements for this account. I might actually hit night as soon as possible after I'm done with this. But then again, that's what I'm working on in terms of the research. I don't know if I'll do the gathering speed earlier though. I might actually do a troop load, which is actually very helpful because if you're farming with this account, then obviously having more troop load is more important at the end of the day. So far, I haven't had a chance, so far I haven't seen that much of a problem farming with whatever I have. With full 5 marches. But then again, yeah, I might actually upgrade that as we enter like kind of more inner stages of the game at the end of the day. And we have, in terms of troop count, we have a lot more T4 archers versus anything else. And infantry, I think total troop count I have a little bit more than archer because I was debating whether or not to go infantry or cavalry at the beginning of this part of the game. So I have a little bit more infantry and a little bit more cavalry in terms of T3 units. But then again, I have decided to actually stick to archers for this account because I have only previously mained infantry and I've already mained infantry and cavalry in my main account as well as my main farm. So I thought it would be cool for me to kind of showcase how it's like to main archer, especially because not a lot of people actually get to main archers in the earlier stages of the game. So yeah, so that's what I'm going with that at the end of the day. All right, so that's it. And in terms of commanders that I have, Sun Tzu got expertise, which is awesome because Sun Tzu truly becomes Sun Tzu that we all know once he's expertise. His active skill becomes like twice, if not 3 times as good once he's expertise in terms of total damage output that he can do. So yeah, Sun Tzu being expertise is really good. I don't have half for him yet, but I'm saving up my materials for my archer march at the end of the day, so that's why I'm kind of lacking here. But then again, I do have the basic equipment for my Sun Tzu at the end of for barb farming and whatnot. I have Minamoto in the most kind of cost-effective sets that I can find at the end of the day. I might upgrade this, the Vanguard. Oh, let's just do that right, because Vanguard is very worth it. The little bit of gold that it costs is a little bit of pain in the butt, but then again, yeah. So yeah, I do have basic set on cavalry too, about 30% stats overall, 33% to be exact. It looks like, but yeah, it's not bad at the end of the day to kind of run this for bar farming and whatnot. And yeah, infantry again. Infantry is also about 30% stats. Archer, I only have this one crafted. The reason why I don't have archers equipments crafted as much as I did for infantry and cavalry is simple because I want to actually craft the higher tier versions of the archer equipment. I'm gonna actually start it off with this piece right here, which is gonna give me 13% archer defense with the epic weapon for archers, which is called Golden Age. If I get to crit it, I'll use it for a little longer. If not, then I'll go ahead and dismantle it in the future and then replace it with some other archer equipment at the end of the day. And in terms of the current setup, current plan is I still want to use Tutmos if possible. So I reached level 40 and then I've awakened him to 5-star. But I have not had that much luck in terms of getting sculptures for Tutmos so far. And Tutmos does really truly unlock his power once he does get all of his skills unlocked at the end of the day. Granted that I did have gold has, like the daily gold has kind of, increased in terms of the income with the VIP 12, but then again, I'm not sure if I should stick to Tutmos and then just swap over to Mehmet. Because Mehmet, I was able to get 10 extra gold heads from pulling Mehmet from the daily login thing that you get in the earlier part of the game. And I'm currently having Mehmet sit at 2111, at 2110. And in the earlier stages of the game, if you can't invest too much Goltez into Mehmed or Tutmos, I think Mehmed does have a little bit more edge because he does do a little more active damage with his active skill. And also at the same time, there is a skill damage bonus that he does give for both primary and the secondary, right? So that way, if I were to actually run one march for my KVK number 1 setup, I'll be able to run either YSG Mehmed in that order, or I'll be able to run Tutmos YSG. But I'll just wait until until like right before KVK1 first fight to kind of find out like which commander is actually going to be better pairing for YSG at the end of the day. So I'm still waiting. So far, Mehmed is a little bit ahead, but then again, Tutmos is the better of the two if I can get more skill points into him. So we'll see. Kusanagi, the reason why I'm actually building him is simple because in case I run out of gold heads for me to maximize YSG, my one focus will always be YSG, right? So if I do only have enough gold heads only for YSG maxing, YSG expertising, then I might actually consider using Kusunogi or Sun Tzu as secondary to YSG to make sure that that commander does as much damage as possible. And Kusunogi is a great commander, great epic commander that is almost comparable to Sun Tzu. Not quite there, but then again, it is almost comparable to Sun Tzu in terms of the damage output that it can do. And if I cannot have Tutmos or Mehmed at 5111 or 5511 at the very least, Kusunogi expertise or Sun Tzu expertise as secondary to YSG might actually be a better option that you can actually consider for my KVK1. So all my next however many epic commander sculptures would actually just go to expertising Kusunogi for the next whatever days that I have left until I enter my first battle. Alright, so that's basically how my commander plan does go. I don't plan on expertising Minamoto just because like I am sick of just running cavalry because I main cavalry in my main. And I'm gonna just run him as is, basically, at the end of the day. I might actually replace some of those 2 blue pieces and then run him with Bybars. And Bybars does extraordinary amount of damage. Extraordinary amount of damage in terms of on the field. So again, another kind of Sun Tzu level epic commander. If expertise, he's gonna do extreme amount of damage on AoE. So I might be able to use my Sun Tzu, Minamoto and Bybars as my secondary kind of march, or like actually even like third march for KVK1. I'm not too sure. It really depends on how many troops that I can train for my KVK1. But then again, that is the current plan. I do have Cao at 5, a 4-1. If I get like really lucky with Cao, I will just run Minamoto with Cao because my focus will be archers after Sun Tzu at the end of the day. So if I don't have enough sculptures for Bybars, but like Cao is just like, oh my god, I get so many like sculptures of Cao, then I might actually run Cao today. Would pair it with Minamoto instead of running Bybars behind Minamoto. So that's the current plan. I did have a lot of kind of gathering commanders here. Again, let me just level him up. Yeah, I have basically, I'm trying to have my gathering commanders to a level where we can actually get, either the gathering speed maximized or the more the better max, so that you can get extra kind of gathering amount, the resource amount, once you actually do have him finish and complete gathering from the research point, because this will give you extra 6%, right? And so the other commanders that I don't have the gathering speed max, I'll try to have them at level 18 at least, so that I can at least get all those low level gathering speeds going at the end of the day. All right, And in terms of equipment, I just showed you everything that each commander has. Again, I am currently holding on to that archer weapon that I'm like looking to actually work on next for my Tubeless. So that's basically what my plan is for that. And let's see what else that I can kind of come up with. Oh, and for City Hall 23, I reached City Hall 23 as of today, and I'm looking to see if I can get everything upgraded to Siege 23 and then have this upgraded to City Hall 25 as soon as possible. Siege 23 will be really good because that means that my daily kind of training amount for each kind of troops will be a lot. And eventually that will just, help me out in the long run at the end of the day. Right. So yeah. So that's my current status for my account. I hope you guys actually enjoyed it. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop a thumbs up and uh the max level Newbie account, because I think as we enter zone 2 and then try to kind of make it into zone 3, we might actually have get into some fights with some of those other alliances that are actually not in our sleeper group. So sleeper group, sleeper family, whatever you like to call it. So there might be some exciting kind of fightings with like a lot of epic commanders throwing their skills at everyone. So, and those, to be really honest, like those are the fun days of Rising Kingdom where you actually have like inefficient fights. Like not everyone has like the perfect Baichu Luchas and Chin Zhuge and full Arthurs, but like you're making the best use out of your whatever you have at the beginning of the game, where you use like Sun Tzu with Bjorn, and like try to maximize your trade with that, and then like you use like 1-1-1-1 most or whatever you gotta use. So and those are the fun fights. So I hope I'm actually getting into those actions as we enter past 2 onward. I think we're gonna actually enter past 2 very soon. Let's see. Let's see here. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, past 2 should be unlocked very, very soon. So if you look at it over here, yeah, in 21 hours, past 2 is gonna be opening. So that's quite exciting for us. That means we get to actually build towards the kingship of the kingdom, or we get to fight for the kingship of the kingdom. So that is good. Again, yeah, month 1, I think the progress is really, really good. The most important progress is obviously the VIP 12 and then 5 million power reach. So hopefully you guys actually enjoyed this series. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, as we're facing more exciting things coming for this account. I'm excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. And as always, I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, peace.